Good morning and welcome to Clarity. My name's Barbara Gray and here we are in the SHAC, and it's a sunny Monday here in the southeast of England. So I hope that you are all set to keep each other company, and myself of course, for an hour while we start on a new project. So come on in, great to have your company. I've been working since very early in the morning, so I'm almost ready to stop. Do come in. We're very busy here at Clarity. As you know, we've got our club member sale, and so it's all hands on deck downstairs at the moment, a picking and a packing. We'd like to get these orders out fast. It's only for 1 week, the member sale. If you haven't taken advantage, then maybe you should. And I'm not sure if we've got anybody manning the SHAC today, but that's okay. I'm sure that we will work it out, won't we, friends? I've got a really cool project for you to try this morning. I think you'll enjoy it. You remember last week we finished the bouquet, didn't we? And so today I thought, you know, the birds were twittering up a storm this morning because it's that time of year, isn't it? Spring is sprung early at Clarity, remember? And it was just wonderful to hear all the birds twittering early in the morning. Loved it. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. Yoo-hoo, Lillian. Great to have your company. Oh, Maddie's there as well, and Jill. Good, good, good. Yeah, spring is definitely in the air, isn't it? I know. So let's let our friends find us while we chat. It's a busy week this week. Let me see. Did you have a good weekend? I was working on the March newspaper and really enjoyed it, actually. It's a special edition. And so, yeah, quite a lot of work, but I really enjoyed it. Greetings from Australia, currently on a 3-week tour. Ava, that's amazing. That's fantastic. And where are you? Tell us. Keep us posted. Here we are in Kent, and there you are in Australia. Good for you. Good for you. I've booked my trip to our trip. Dave and I are going to the States, to San Francisco. Looking forward to that. That'll be April. Yeah. Did you hear that there's a baby on the way? Yeah. Mark and Alex, you know, the lovely couple that we went to the beautiful wedding in September? My son, Mark, well, they were having a baby. I think I told you last week. Yeah, grandma, nan. I'm going to be a nan. I'm quite comfortable with that, though. So I don't think, I did ask Alex, is it too early to go shopping for baby clothes yet? She said it's never too early. Her mum's already started. So come on in and then we'll get started, because I've got a really nice little project that I think you'll enjoy. We've been switching out, thanks, Jill. We've been switching it up the last few months, haven't we? And Nahid, good to see you. And we've been just doing some real funky stuff, you know, like the little triangle people and the triangle trees. It started with them, and then the balloons, and then the bouquets. Last week we finished a really neat bouquet. Let me show you. Do you remember? Just so that our friends can find us. It was so cute, with a little girl. And I was thinking I might do 2 or 3 of these with different bouquets and different characters. And then perhaps I'll even get them printed downstairs. And then we can even present them on Pinky Grey, on our other website, on our finished products website. I seem to have caught myself somewhere here. I don't want to get blood on my original. Right, so today, come on in. got a cup of coffee, and got loads of friends to keep me company. And I've got some new birds that I want to doodle with you. Good idea, hey? Because the birds were twittering and I saw something really cool on Pinterest and I thought, isn't that pretty? Just nice, you know? And I thought, yeah, we can adapt that. We can make our own art. So let's have a go, shall we? Now let's take a look then. So we've got, well, you know what we need in the SHAC, which is not a lot. We need a pencil. I have got a couple of pencils. We need an eraser or a rubber, yeah. And then, and we need some tracing paper. Tracing paper is good, just to get the design going. So I've got my tracing paper. Yes, yes, yes. And then I think we're pretty much good to go. Yeah, tracing paper, and that's it. Just wait for a few friends to find us and then we can get cracking. We can get crack-a-lacking. In the meantime, let me show you what's coming up this week. Because the only time I've got some design work to do, but I'm going to, so let's have a look at the calendar and then we can just check. Monday, that's us now, in the SHAC, new project with the birds. This afternoon, Paul and myself, same place, 2 o'clock, and we're going to be looking again at those lovely floral element stamps. Yeah, we'll take another look at them and we'll go rogue with those. So that'll be at 2 o'clock today. Then tomorrow, 10 o'clock, you've got Groovy Tuesday with Louise. And then on the 17th, which is the same day, tomorrow, we've got 2 o'clock. We've got Louise and Paul. And because the member sale is on at the moment, we're kind of just, we're going to lean into highlighting, shining a light on a few really lovely products that are in the sale. So now Thursday evening, we've got a craft along lined up with myself at 7 o'clock in the evening. And you may remember the products of the month. Remember the those amazing card strip papers, those fabric strip papers? This is what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you how to make a load of books. And even if you ordered it today, we could still get it to you in time. We've got the card strip papers, which is 31954. You need them. You need the stamps, 12277. So these are two of the products of the month. You know, these are the ones that if you pop them into your basket along with your sale items, any one of these, you get double points on the entire basket. And then the only other thing that I wanted to flag up, which is the titles, the book titles. So you can see here 12279. This is the book titles. Now this is what we need. This is what we need to be able to do the books. That tracks, doesn't it? And you can see here there are the ingredients. Now this craft along ingredients list, you should be able to find that if you go to the website on the front page and you scroll down on the front, there'll be a on the front page there'll be an area that says craft alongs, and if you click into that, I'm pretty sure that you'll find the ingredients list right there. So that's at 7 o'clock in the evening on Thursday. Yes, it is. And then I've got a guest for the weekend, a couple of guests actually, Dave and I. We've got friends coming to stay with us for a couple of days, which I'm really pleased about. Linda Williams. Yes, Linda and Rob are coming down to hang out, and we're going to take Friday off and maybe go to Hever Castle and just chill, you know, not worry about work, not worry about Pergamano, not worry about clarity, just two couples hanging out together. So that'll be nice. And I'm really looking forward to that. So until then, we shall work hard. And like I say, the sale, it ends midnight Friday. So if you're going to take advantage as a club member of the half price sale on all things clarity, then there's never been a better week than now to one, join the club, or two clubs or three clubs, and also dive in, because it's double points on that basket with those products. Sounds good, eh? Sounds like a lovely weekend. It is, Zara, and it's much needed for all of us. Be good. Give our love to Linda. Oh, I will, Jackie. I sure will. So there we go. That's everything that I wanted to explain, but I will see you on Thursday evening. And if Linda's already there, I may even drag her up to the art room so that we can have a little chat. How does that sound before we start our craft on? If Linda and Rob have landed before 7 o'clock and she's had a cup of tea and relaxed a bit, then maybe I'll get her. She'll love to come up and say hello. I know she will. So that'll be nice, eh? Just to come up before we start our job. Hey, listen, if she's not too tired, she might even join in. She's not adverse to a bit of stamping, you know, our Linda. She's a maker, just like us. Good. Okay. And that would be great, wouldn't it? So that's that, and that's that. Ticking, ticking, ticking. And now we'll move on to a new idea that I've had. You need pencils, a rubber. Oh, and if you've got that, it's useful. This is great. If you've got a cup, that'll do too. Thing about this is to draw around it. You've got an outside and an inside on this one. That's useful. Okay. And calm down. Right. I was going to say that it's not a messy make. That's right, Jackie. She'll be able to cope. Linda would be able to cope with what we're doing on Thursday. It'll be nice to see her, I know. It'll be very nice to see her for me too. So let's have a look, and I'll show you where we're headed. I won't show you exactly what we're going to do yet. Oh, shall I? Yeah, why not? Okay, so here we go. This is the idea that I had. So we've got triangle people, and I thought, you know, everybody wants to draw robins and little birds and little fat tits and, you know, garden birds. And I thought, yes, you know, in keeping with our, I won't call it cartoony, but that style that we're developing here in the SHAC, you know, with our balloon people and our triangle people and our bouquets and so on, right? I thought this would be really nice. We could add a little flower, and it's very achievable. I think this is the thing about the SHAC, isn't it? Got to be achievable. Hey, Carol, good to have your company. Let's have a look. So these are these little birds, right? And they're on a branch. How cool? Nice, eh? Easy, easy, easy. So we're going to draw the birds on just a straight line, just to get in the, you know, like in the groove, just get in the flow. Bit of exercise, bit of a warm-up exercise, okay? So that'll be nice. And then I thought, okay, once we get how the birds are constructed, which we'll do together, then we can start moving them around a little bit. But let's do this one first. So we've got these three birds like that, but we're only going to do them on half. See, so we're going to fold it. So we do our work on here. When you turn this over, check it out. So now, I know. So now, check it out. This is sweet. It is sweet. So what we're going to do is then add a couple of flowers, and the third bird's going to tell you to cheer up, Blossom. How's that? Cool? What do you think? I think it'd be fun. And then next one, I reckon we'll be able to do this as well. This time we'll go the other way around. We'll do a branch. So that's where that came in, right? So we've got our keeps it tight. Put our branches in. We're going to do three birds. So we'll give ourselves three areas. That'd be nice. Then we'll flip this over, check it out. And then we've got our 3 birds. And then we can go round the outside. We've made a frame. And round the outside, we can decide. But I was thinking, in a really kooky handwriting, a little bird told me, and then it's your birthday, or you are expecting, or you'll be here soon, etc., etc., etc. So that means that we can write anything, can't we? We can personalize them. So it's really easy to do, isn't it? So I thought that was a real nice little exercise. Won't take us long, very achievable and nice. And when we add a little flash of colour and we transfer this and this one onto cards, oh, you know they're going to look so pretty. They're going to look so pretty. And then we've got tricks that we're developing now. We could try it with black line art, see if we like it. Or we could use our Perga colour pens and outline lighter. Nice, yeah. So we can outline lighter, and then we can use watercolour. I think watercolour would be lovely. Okay, fabulous. Easy, easy. Who's with me on this one? Who's going to try it with me? Hey, come on then. Right, I think so, don't you? We'll start with the straight ones. So you need a bit of tracing paper, all right? Tracing paper first. Let me pan out a little bit. That's a little bit closer than you need to be. Right, let's pan out. Right, piece of tracing paper. Let's do the tracing paper first. Okay. We'll fold it in half. Fold it in half. Pencil poised. Me. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I bet Zara and Jill, you've got your tickets for the open days already, haven't you? Go on, tell me you have, please. It wouldn't be the same without you. And Debbie Powell, of course. Cool. I'm having to catch up with some cards while watching. Oh, are you, Jackie? I'm just glad you're there. Carol Baker and Naheed, have you got your tickets for the open days? This is the only time we ever all get together, isn't it? I know. And I've put on so much weight. I've got to lose some weight before we go into San Francisco, because none of my clothes fit anymore. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? Well, it could have to do with all the sourdough that I'm eating at the moment. One of the girls at work here, Sharon, she who packs all your orders, she's an absolute master of sourdough. Talk about obsession, yeah? And so now we don't buy bread anywhere else except from Sharon. And it is so good with butter. There you go. You will be there, Jill. I'm glad to see that. And Zara too. Don't let me down. Right. I know you will. Oh, and I've got, I hope I've got time. That's what I hope. I've got this design that I'm going to, from pottery, I've got an idea. It's not birds, not this one, something different. Something to do with flowers. They're quite difficult to do, and I lie awake at night working out the construction in my head, and I think I've cracked it now, because I made one, but it was kind of organic. It just developed, and then really liked it. Stupidly, I didn't take any measurements, so you know that clay shrinks. So I can't remember how I constructed it, and I've had a couple of runs at it now, but it's not working. But I think I've cracked it now. This is what I do at night in bed. I lie looking at the dark, thinking about, I wonder what the diameter will be and how big the lips got to be, blah, 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 blah. We're makers. That's what we do, isn't it, friends? I know. And whether I'm thinking about you and the SHAC and Clarity and the newspaper, or whether I'm thinking about or whether I'm thinking about pottery. And I've just remembered, I want to show you something else. Beautiful. Right. I've got to run and get it. It's in my, I think it's in my office. Will you stay there and let me see if I can find it? Just stay there because I saw it. You're coming with me because I'm talking, and unless I lose the signal. Let's have a look. No, it's not there. There it is. Okay, I'm back. So Jilly, you all know Jilly, she who works here, right? So she's another maker, seriously, fabulous quilter and very into soft crafts. She's also a great mixed media artist. It's interesting how, I mean, at the moment she's downstairs with Paul picking and packing orders, right? Multitasking as you do. But I wanted to show you, she showed me this last week and I thought, what a beautiful thing. We will get to the birds, don't you worry. Right, so here's the news. Dave, my Dave, he's a wood turner. And he made a button for Jilly because he knows that Jilly's a soft crafter. Okay, so he gave her a button. So she went away and I'll show you what she made. Beautiful. Check this out. Right, ready? So now, button from Dave. Okay, watch this. So this is absolutely beautiful. So we've got the button from Dave, and then she made a home. She embroidered and made a home for all her polychromos. Look at this. And this, it all spins back to us again. And she put the stickers, look at this. Faber-Castell spring, summer, I know. Look at this, autumn. What a beautiful, I said, blimey, Julie, you could take commissions. And then all the essential ones, all the greys, they all fit. So she actually made it to fit all the numbers. Isn't that just glorious? And now, so that's that little flap, that protects. This is all embroidered by hand. Okay, and then if we go over, look, check it out. I love this. Isn't that gorgeous? Look, just little bits of fabric. Let me come in a bit closer. So I know we're not drawing the birds, but they don't take 5 minutes. But you've got to see the beautiful attention to detail. Look, it's the applique. It's the sun. It doesn't get better than this, look. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that just gorgeous? And then, so there you go. There's the button from Dave. All this because Dave made Jilly a button. I just think that that deserves a round of applause. Look, there you go. And then she's on a roll. Look, it's a book cover just for Jilly. Look at this with the little birds. And it's got the same style. Because she's a quilter, she's got loads of this material. We've got a quilt on our bed that Julie made for us for our wedding present. It is phenomenal. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. Absolutely staggering. And right in the middle, it says the date of the wedding and us, the two names. It's just beautiful, breathtaking. So you can see here, it all ties up. Look, it's all part of a set. And then the book goes inside. Look, I know. The end. Next. Isn't that just, what a gift, eh? I mean, it's not. I'm just saying, what a gift. If you received that, wouldn't you think, wow? I know I would. But there you go. So I wanted to kind of have a shout out to Jilly because she's a bit of an unsung hero. You know, she does a lot. She wears a lot of hats here, like Paul. But I really wanted to let you know that she's a total creative, a total arty person, you know. We were friends long before we were colleagues, I can tell you that. Isn't that nice? Right, and now we'll crack on with our birds, okay? So let's see, we've got, and she's downstairs and she doesn't know that I gave her a massive shout out, but she will, I'll tell her. Okay, back to the tracing paper. And what we're going to do is draw the birds on that side. Remember, we're going to do 3 birds there, and then we're going to flap that over, and then we've got something to add. So we want to leave enough room up there to add your bits. Yeah? So I think we start with the birds. Let's start with the birds. If I were to say, if I do this, if I was to say they're a cross between a triangle with soft edges and a circle, aren't they? They're a sort of a cross between a triangle. So don't overthink it. Just make a kind of a kooky circle like that. That'll do. Don't overthink it. Come in a bit closer. Maybe come in a bit closer. There you go. Can you see that? I wonder if I put white underneath, if that'll be better than lilac. Un momento. I think white will probably be better. Yeah, I was right. I was right on the white. Okay, so we've got that. Right, let's say that's the one in the middle. Then I'm going to put another one on this side. So I'll pop another one there as well. Same sort of idea. He's a bit slimmer. And then another one here. I'm going to put another one there. Another sort of a triangle weird shape. Yeah? Make him a bit fatter, actually. Come on. He's found the sourdough as well. Let's beef him up a bit. Yeah, he's definitely found the sourdough. Right, that'll do. Okay, so you got 3 shapes. It's very easy, this. And then what we're going to do is add the beaks. Right, beak. But they're looking up. They're definitely looking up. Okay, beak next. I'm going for the wings now. Wing. Wing. And this one's got the wings either side. Don't overthink it, friends. Just draw it. There you go. That'll work. And then we want to leave a bit of room for the legs, because the legs are fun. The legs are really fun. Okay. So you want to leave a bit, I mean, you don't want to make them too long. You could, but say about ½ an inch. And then we're just going to go like that. Make a curve like so. That'll do. And then we'll add the legs. He's got quite stringy legs now. Right, that'll do. He's going like so. Just make sticks. This one, he's looking like he's bending. He's quite long legs. And then this one, I'm bringing him in like that. He's got very long legs. Oh, get you. Don't overthink it, friends. Right, that's it. Eyes next. So we just put the circles in. Little circles like this. I know it's easy. Not everything has to be hard to be cool. Right, eyes. I think we'll black them out. Black them out. Just maybe a tiny little bit of white. We can always add the detail afterwards. That'll do. Tails. Right, I'm going to go tail. I'm going to go like that. There, that tail. This tail, I'm bringing it down there like so. This one's got it up there like that. That'll do. That's the tail. It doesn't get easier than this. Right, now we need a rubber. Do you have your rubber at the ready? So we're just going to take out the bit where the wings overlap. That'll do. There, that wasn't too tricky, was it? I love it. If you think the legs are too long, now's the time to shorten them. So they are a bit long, Barbara. They are a little bit long. So if I shorten them a bit, okay. Just showing you that you can. This is the point at which you can do anything you like. Which is why we're doing it on tracing paper. So I'm going to shorten the legs. That was a bit excessive, wasn't it? Let's come up a little bit there like that. Okay. Did I actually shorten them at all? Yeah, I'm sure I did. You can bring the branch up further as well. That shortens the legs. That's it. I think that's probably a little bit less excessive. Right. Dash, dash, dash. They are just like Jilly's birds. Dash that way. Spring is definitely sprung here, friends. Right. I'll tell you what's really nice. Little touch. On the bottom of the legs, just make a little triangle like that. Just put a little triangle like that, and there you go. Triangle there, triangle there. Check it out. Check out the difference. What one little triangle can do. They look like they are tweeting happily in the sun. That's exactly right. Look, there's a little, see the little triangle like that. Look. Looks like my old headmistress. She always stood like that. Bloody terrifying she was. Right. You know what? It stays with you, doesn't it? That stance. She did. She had a moustache and a beard as well. She had a lot of facial hair. She used to stand with her hands on her hips and with her legs at 10 to 2 like that. Great! Terrifying. It stayed with me. I'm scarred for life. Interestingly, though, when I needed her help, because we got to A levels, and I thought she probably did hate me. She was always shouting at me anyway. Goodwin, her name was. And then when it came to the crunch, the day before my A levels, or the week before, my appendix, the week before the A levels started, my appendix burst. I had a right old how's your father. So I was in hospital for ages. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to miss my A levels. I won't be able to go to university. Blah, 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 blah. And she came to see me in hospital, in the Medway Hospital. Are you serious about your A levels? I said, yes, of course I am. She said, leave it with me. And off she went. And true to her word, she organised it. I got out of hospital the day before the first paper, which was English literature. And she organised it so that my dad, bless him, he went to the school early in the morning, picked up a teacher and the papers that were all locked in a bag. It takes a lot of organising this. Went all the way to Rochester, picked up the teacher and the exam paper, sealed, brought it to the house. I did the paper, did the exam, and then Dad had to take the teacher back. And every time I had an exam, but that terrifying headmistress, she was the deputy head actually, she was the lady who actioned that and made that work. I know. So you never judge a book by its cover. I know. Interesting, huh? And now back to the birds. Okay, so there you go. So we've got our birds and they're nice, aren't they? These look like almonds here. I might have gone a little bit heavy on the patterning. It's just easy does it on there. We'd have to let that go back, knock that back a little bit. There you go. They look more like almonds. The worst nuts to crack ever. So now you've got that lovely shape. You can really get into it, can't you? Do you see? Yeah. You could get a little head going there, or just leave it as it is, because the idea is there, isn't it? So now I've done that, and then maybe we could put a branch there just for balance. Yes, I say so. We haven't put the leaves on yet either, because that'll make a difference when we add a couple of leaves. In fact, this one, we even did like a proper little tail feathers. Yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? Right, so we've got that. This is, just remember, this is only scrap. He looks like Batman now. Oh no. There you go. I love doing things like this. They're so simple, but they just make you feel good, don't they? They're so simple. And if you've got grandchildren, like I'm going to have one day soon, these are perfect little drawing exercises, aren't they? And we can make them look really funky, like boutique Lewis card shop type funky, you know. But they're easy to draw, friends. There you go. Now what we're going to do now is flap over the tracing paper and put some flowers in their beaks. Right, so we've got that bit, and now we'll do the flowers. Okay, ready? Right, flowers next. Now, let's see. I'll bring this one in here because I want to show you a little trick with the flowers. So, Cheer Up Blossom, that's definitely going to be this one over. Well, it could be whichever one you fancy. Put flower in there, Cheer Up Blossom in the middle. It's your call. But I want to show you how to draw the flowers. Is it my eyes, or is that a bit... No, it's fine. It's because it's diffused through the tracing paper, isn't it? Okay, let's do the flowers. So to do the flowers, what you're going to do is it's the same sort of shape actually. Don't make it too far away because you want a stalk. So we're going to just do a shape like that, like a triangle again. Right? I don't want to do it too dark, so I want to rub it out in a minute. And then put the middle of the flower in as well. So what you're doing is that, like that, with the flower center in there. Maybe make that a bit smaller, Grey. Right? So then what you're going to do is you're going to put the flower. This is why this needs to be light, 'cause you're going to get rid of it. So now you're going to put the petals in like that, right? As many as you like, but they come in around the side. So you want this to be a bit further down, right? So you're getting that, and then the triangle is there. So this needs to be a bit further over like that. See? So let's do this again. So you've got that bit in the middle. You've got the round the outside, but you're putting this bit down, not bang in the middle. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a daisy that's got this front on. We're doing a side on one. So you want it like that, and then the little triangle there, and then the bird's going to go, it's going to hold it like that. Do you see? So this now forms the basis for all numbers of flowers, really. It's that kind of shape, isn't it? Let's just get the shape in place. That's the middle bit. And then we're going to go, right, let's put those ones in like a propeller. Okay. And then round the front bit, they're going to be shorter like that because you're looking down into the flower. And then here, we're going to put a couple more petals that way. See, so it's a bit bigger to that side. And then the bottom bit is in there. So what's interesting though is when you add the shadow there, down that bit there, then suddenly it looks like, see this bit, that's the top of the flower there. So you put the shadow in there like that, and then you put the shadow inside the daisy, and then Bob's your uncle. See? And now it's not we're always doing daisies full on, aren't we? We go like that, and then we go round the outside, and it's always in the middle. So what we're going to do, instead of doing that, we're going to take a shape like that. We're going to give ourselves that domey effect, like a triangle, almost like, look, you could give it a beak and a tail, and it's another bird. Hey, armadillo. I know. Right, so go like that, like that. Then you put the center of the flower in there like that. This is a bit exaggerated, but you get it. And then when you put the petals in, see, I'm going heavy here, so you get it. Then round this side, it's maybe even narrower to really exaggerate how that's the inside. And then when you add the shadow on that side, so that's the inside, you could stipple that. Maggie Craner's favourite. I spoke to her at the weekend. She's doing well. She's really in a good space. If anybody wants to go and visit her, she's always delighted to see people. There you go. So then you've got a triangle. There you go. And there's your stalk. You get it now. Yeah, if you want to go and visit Maggie Craner, Sue Carpenter, she said, "Where's Sue? How's Sue doing?" She was asking after you, Sue. And I know you live local, so that might be an idea. So you can see what we're playing at here, can't you? And that's the inside in there. You can make this look really realistic too. Oh, I know. So there you go. Yeah, Maggie's in a great space. She's really, really very, you know, she had a huge stroke about a year ago, but she's really coherent. She's still got physical issues, but she loves the new home that she's in. She loves the staff. She loves her room. She's crafting away, you know. And most importantly, she's as sharp as the day she was born. She's as sharp as we remember her. You know, she hasn't lost her marbles at all. She's absolutely 100% in the room, which is lovely, you know. So we had a good laugh when she rang. She's still got that very sarcastic sense of humour. She's funny. Yeah, very clever girl. So there you go. Now let's see. Doesn't that look pretty? So take that out of the way. So that's one flower. And then we could put another flower in here. So I'm going to, so now it's a little bit of balance, isn't it? So where do I want to put another flower there? Do I want to put the banner over the side? I quite like this idea of putting the flower, how about there? There be good. And then the banner up here. So let's have another go at a flower. So we're going to take that shape again. I'll put it up there so you can see it, and I'll come down a little bit. You see? So we're going to go, and it's quite nice to do these not too big. If it's too big, it looks a bit ugly. Right. So we're going to go like that. Up we go, like so. Yeah, lift that up a bit. And then we'll put the center in there like that. Down the bottom. And you know that this would be the basis if you were doing any flowers. This is a tulip. This is all sorts of different. Not tulip. I picked the one that it wouldn't be. Any flower with loads of petals, anyway. Right there you go. See, so that's kind of leaning over that way, and then what you do is, just to make sure that there's definitely a shadow, go on the inside. See, and that takes it onto the inside of that bit. There you go. Nice. So we've got our flower, a bit taller. There, see? Then we've got our little triangle. Next one. Nice. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Now, this one, we're going to put the, let's put the banner in first, so we know where it's going to go. That's all right if the feathers in front, the feathers, well, we can always move it, couldn't we? The feathers, the tail feathers. Jury's out on that at the moment. What the main thing is that the beak is in the right place, like that. Put a little prop in there so it doesn't fall over. You can make it a bit taller. If you made it a bit taller, you wouldn't have to have that conversation, Barbara. There you go. Easy. Just make the tails a bit shorter and the banner a bit longer. So then, okay. Heed your own device, great. Da-da, da-da, da-da. So do that. Bring that down a bit. Bring that down a bit. That looks fine. No one will ever know. Perfect. Okay? Give it a bit of breathing space. Nice. Now, cheer up, Blossom, or whatever you want it to say. It could say cheer up, Blossom. It could say, come on, give us some ideas. What else we got? Cheer up, Blossom. I mean, do you know, while you're coming up with some fantastic messages for me, okay, so that we can write into our banner, I will, any messages greatly received, friends? Let's have a look what we've got. Do you remember when we first got together, the very first thing that we drew in the shack during lockdown? Can you remember? Come on. Answers on a postcard, please, in the comments. What was the very, very first thing that we drew when we all got together in lockdown, completely terrified? We had a pencil, we had a bit of copy paper. We hadn't even got to the tracing paper. That was the advanced class. We had those two things, and possibly we had a pen, didn't we? A micron pen. That was all we did. Birds on a wire. Absolutely. And here we are. Crikey. 6 years later? Is it 6 years since 2020? 6 years later, and looky, birds on a wire. I know. That's quite something. Well, happy anniversary. That's all I'll say. So I want to know, what am I putting in here? Keep smiling. Keep smiling, Naheed. Love it. Keep smiling. I'm going to sharpen that old pencil. Keep smiling. Nice, eh? Keep smiling. So let's have a look. We've got, I could write it all funky, but I want to write it so that it's centered at least. Keep smiling. Yeah? So we've got 4 there in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. L's in the middle. L's in the middle. So, and E and E. Keep. So you could go funky. Keep, and then smiling. So if we put L in the middle, that helps. It gets you started, doesn't it? L-I-N-G. It's good to have the middle. Smiling. There you go. Don't get easier than that, folks. So we've got keep smiling. Keep smiling. Absolutely. Keep smiling. Isn't that cool? There you go. And you could put anything you like in that little banner. And then, so we've got that. So we've done the top layer, and we're happy with that. We've done the bottom layer. Yeah. Happy with that. So then we transfer it all together. And now we've done that, we could add some leaves and to the branches. So we could do that on that side or that side, because either way, in a minute, we're going to transfer the whole lot to the front. So we're happy with the birds. We like the way they look. I'm going to add leaves. Watch. Leaf, 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 leaf. Front end, bigger leaves. Hey? Couple of berries. Should we do a couple of little flowers or something? 3 is always good. Do another leaf there. Hey, let's have a look. Bit of balance, friends. Leaf. Leaf at the ends. We definitely need a leaf at the ends. And then, yeah, nice, eh? Cool, this is so easy. But do you know, isn't it lovely to do? Yep. Love it, love it, love it. So once you're happy with your leaves, now you can decide. You want to put the, yeah, I do. Can't remember the name of it. The vein, or what's it called? So then I know what's a leaf and what's a Yeah, love. Good, good. Couple of little berries, little birds, berries, little flowers. And we turn that over. How nice is that together? Hey? Simple, simple, simple. Hello, sunshine. That would be lovely too. Hello, sunshine. Wouldn't that be great? So, do I feel a stamp set coming on? So we've got all the little banners. You know that's going to be a key. We've already got loads of this sort of stuff. But some real, fresh, a little bird told me kind of styly. Hey? Do you like this? And then the last thing we're going to do is transfer everything to the front. So I'm going to hold it down, work over here so I don't, yeah, what have I got on the front? So that I don't smear, because I'm left-handed, see, triangle. And now's the time, if you want to change anything, you're not happy, see I want to put a bit of an angle on there. But when you're transferring, that's the time where you can change what you're doing, can't you? Nice. Next one. I like this a lot. I just like the feeling that it kind of evokes. Do you know what I mean? Posy, as in posing. And this one, if you were trying to work out how to draw robins, I think here he is. He's a perfect little robin. Little triangles for his leg. Isn't he? He's got his really long stick legs, which is what they do. And they stand just like my deputy headmistress, just like Miss Goodwin's, just like that. In the garden, full of attitude, aren't they? These little sticky legs, and you think, how can those little stick legs hold that body? Don't you think that when you see a robin? I do. Well, there you go. So we've got that, and that. Tail, quirky tail. And then, what else have we missed? Eye. And then the bit in between. So we're going to just add this. Because then what we can do on Monday, if you fancy it, that's a real soft pencil. What we can do on Monday, if you fancy it, we can ink this up and colour it in and make it into something really cool. And then we can go part 2, easy, and do this one. A little bird told me. We can go to the branch one and I'll show you how to do the layout and how to do the composition. It's really easy. I'm sure you'll work it all out by yourselves, but be an easy reason to hang out together. Look. Do you do that? I draw things and then I completely ignore them anyway. That's all right. My rad, my rules. Right, here we go. Have you seen that program? It's called Small Profits. It's a 6-part series with Quincy. It's the same guys that did The Detectorist. Brilliant. There's one line there's one line, we watched it last week. I could not stop laughing. You have to watch it to get to the line where the girl says, and I don't think it's something like, I don't know off verbatim, and it's not a spoiler alert, but she goes, I don't think wearing or putting on a bathrobe from Dunelm is going to change the situation. It was just the perfect line. Honestly, I haven't laughed so much. It's such a beautiful, just a brilliant little mini series to be continued. But if you're looking for something really special to watch, it's the same guys that are in The Detectorist, and it's absolutely fabulous. It's called Small Profits. Okay. Just binge it. It's a 6-parter. Doesn't take long. I spread it out as much as I could because I wanted to savor it. So normally I'll watch all 6 in one night and then go to bed at 3 in the morning. But I thought, no, I want to have this experience for a whole week. So we spread it out over the whole week. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Small profits. Now, not profits as in profits as in little gods, little prophets. Piers Quigley, that's the name of the bloke. Piers Quigley. He's quite good looking under that beard, you know. Very good, very good. Piers Quigley. Thank you. I knew it was Piers something, Quince or Quigley. Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, brilliant. If you haven't seen it, Ken, you'd love it. And if anybody hasn't seen The Detectorists, oh my goodness, it's fantastic. Not to be missed. So there you go. Keep smiling. Happy days. I'm going to put some little bits in there. I haven't thought about how I'm going to do that without making it look too much like an almond that you can't crack. That'll do. Maybe a little bit like that. Okay. Nice. Nice. And then, of course, there are the little daisies and how we made them so that they look a little bit more triangle, like with a little triangle here. So it's all about these little weird triangles, okay? There you go, my friends. Keep smiling. Have a fantastic day. And I shall see you if I don't see you before. And don't forget, the sale is on. Take full advantage because it will end at midnight. We've had that meeting. It's not going beyond midnight Friday. And then on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, I do hope that you can join me for the craft along, where we're going to be doing this smashing. Well, I did it myself, but I thought it was pretty clever. The book card. Really nice. I'm going to show you how to make books. What you do with them afterwards is entirely up to you, but let me show you how to make the books. And then if I can entice Linda to come and have a cup of coffee and a little chat with us all, then brilliant. If she hasn't arrived, then not. But I shall see you. I'll be there. See you at 7 o'clock. Lots of love. Have a brilliant day. And I'll see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Yes, I will. Bye-bye now.